now I want to go ahead and generate our mesh. So we've got our points, we need to make a mesh from this. And the workflow we're going to use is VDB. So I'm going to find a VDB from particles. Okay, connect that up. We get an error there. Probably the voxel size is too big. Let's drop that down a little. Still nothing. Maybe the radius scale. It does say that we shouldn't drop it past 1.5, but we're going to be smoothing the VDB after anyway. Let's try dropping that down to 1. Still nothing. I'll drop this down 0.1. There we go, getting something. Still a bit coarse. So I'm going to drop the VDB scale down even further. 0025. Will take a while. Now we're getting something nice and smooth. Probably drop this down a bit. I don't think it'll make much difference now. It should be fine. Cool. Okay. It's looking nice now, but still you can see a bit of roughness there. So we could just drop a VDB smooth. Oops. Top VDB smooth SDF. And this, as simple as that, just connect it up and we get a much nicer result. Then to bring it back into polygon geometry, we need a convert. I think just by default it will generate our polygonal geometry there. So that's looking really nice. Look, we get all these ripples and waves, all these detail, and that's thanks to the high resolution. Okay, so to get some color on here, I'm going to drop a color node, but from a separate stream. I'm going to color the particles first of all. We're going to color the points, but based on we're going to use a ramp from an attribute, and the attribute will be viscosity, which we still have. So it's going to pull in the viscosity from the sim here. And our range, so if you remember, the highest velocity was 250. There we go. So we're already getting something there. So now we just need to play with the colors here. So here, let's see. I'm going to get some kind of browns going on. Okay. So I'm going to bring this one up. That's fine. I've got some values kind of worked out already here, so I'll just drop those in. 069, the color I wanted, 0.024035, and 0 there, so we get this nice brown there, and then the position at 2. Great. And then to add another color here, well, I'm going to bring this one down. I'm just going to keep it at white. And the position 445. And I'm just going to click on this space here, and that should drop in another color for us. Move that up. And the color for this one will be another kind of brown, 0.525, 0.22665. Not purple, but this kind of yellowy brown color. Okay, so we've got our colors working there. Now, so we need to transfer these colors onto this geometry. So if you remember from week 2, where we were transferring, I think it was the velocity to deform the yogurt, I'm going to do something similar here, but with the color. So I'm going to use an attribute transfer, which is here. Okay, drop the geometry here, and then just by default I think it should pretty much work. Let's see if we want to play around. Let's bring the distance down, and then the blend threshold 0.25. maybe we can get something working a bit nicer there. Okay, and then we can, maybe if I think we need some color on here to get the blending working. If I drop a color node, let's see if that does anything for us. Drop that down even further. Let me get rid of this. Well, it's fine as it is for the moment. We'll try a flipbook with this. Let's bring in our the collider, so we got something to look at. Oh, so you can see that I'm simulating here. So I'm going to press escape to cancel that because I highlighted my DOP network. I'm going to turn off the display there, click on the brain to stop that from running again. Hide the emitter, go into my collider, visualize just right at the top. Oh, actually we'll go to the transform because we want the correct scale. I'll go back. I'm going to give a color to this anyway. Just put it off to the side. What color? Just something plain like that. Okay, let's put it on smooth shaded. Cool. Head back to the start. And see, bring the camera in a bit closer. Something like that. Oh, a bit far away. Something about there. Okay, and then there's flipbook, 100 frames. So flipbook is done. Let's take a look. Looks great. It's quite subtle, but you can tell that there are different viscosities. The kind of yellowy one is much thicker. The brown one is softer. You can see it because it flows down so much quicker. But it looks really great. Got a lot of detail, nice little ripples there, and hopefully we'll be able to bring them out even more in the render.